Hi everyone, I'm Dragon with you. So today I'd like to share the current mutation. It's called Resilient Rifts. And as you can see, we played it with Wolfstalker or Tatarzerg. It's my main ally now. Actually, this mission required some previous preparation and
This is
roles.
Corporal Faraday of the Korhal Defense Force. Amon's troops have taken the city. They're summoning void shards everywhere. Once they activate, those shards will decimate Augustgrad. We need to destroy each of them before that happens. Don't let me down.
So actually, huge void shards appear on the map. We need to clear them, and that's our main ability. There are only two mutators, but they are very irritating. So the first one says that void rifts appear and spam units all over the map, and the second says that each enemy unit has double life. So actually the difficulty is doubled, and with the rifts I guess it's even tripled, maybe. And so the roles are one of us will be the attacker and the second one will defend. That's why we agreed that Wolfstalker will take the defensive position. Usually it was mine, but I guess that he is good as well. And actually he improved my strategy, so not only defense, but destruction of all the rifts around the map using mass. Using what? Yeah, just mass detectors. That's it. And meanwhile, my main objective is to help him during the start of the game, while he is preparing his defense all around the base. And the second thing is I need to go sky, so that I don't lose too many units and clear the rifts. So now, as you can see, they spawned quite far from us, and usually one of them spawns around here or around here. That's why his probe is ready to destroy it. But no, this time it didn't work, and we need to catch one of those rifts. Fortunately, when you're wandering through the map, you can just take control over it and see where it exactly is, so bombardment might work. But once more, for Artanis, I played Artanis here, you need detection, so you need to see the actual location. So, during the start of the game, we need to see the rifts and destroy them. That's why this probe went to highlight the rift for me. As you can see now, we see it, and actually there are several problems. Problem number one, we need to deal with the double-lived attack as soon as possible. These Reapers are not just casual Reapers, that they are grenades, they are kind of effective versus structures too. So I tried to help to win more time for my ally here, while his defense is still not ready, so he tries, but it's not time. And meanwhile, he helps me to highlight the rifts. So we need to see them and use the top panel abilities, because they spawn units and it's a problem. Actually, I'm Artanis, so I can just go, ignore everything. As you can see, I have double life, and destroy the rift. Unfortunately, here I made a serious mistake. One of my shots missed the order, right? So to fix that mistake, I used the field and warp in some zealots. Zealots are good enough to finish the rift, and then they can either go somewhere or just get rid of several minions. Meanwhile, my ally also highlighted his rift. He probably tries to collect some energy to destroy it, or he is busy here because it's a serious attack for the start of the game, and remember that each unit has double life. So he is focused on trying to defend here. When I fixed the problem with the first rift, I just ignored the zealots and tried to understand what's going on around the map. So while my ally needs help, I immediately warp in dragoons as soon as I can. My economy is not super good now, but it's enough to deal with the first attack. So why does my ally did like feel bad here? Usually Karax did everything to protect this location. Actually, his main point of this game, instead of playing a usual Karax defensive style, was to highlight all the areas around the map. That's why he moved not straight into fast defense, but into fast robotics, then mass observers to highlight the map, and that's how he plans to deal with the void drifts using his stop panel abilities. So actually it works, but he still needs some time, so I need to help him now. Exactly what I'm doing. So one rift is near me, I need to do something here. Fortunately, Artanis also has his top panel ability, and it's enough to kill one of the rifts. So I need to highlight it, then to deal damage, and that's it, the rift is over. Meanwhile, my ally also used his top panel ability, and as you can see, his probe would die, but I'm Artanis, I can do that. Couple of zealots to help, and here we go. So all the rifts are worked out. And actually, that's how the first part of the game goes. So both allies need to help each other with cleaning the rifts all around the map. Karax goes into whatever he wants, but he needs to help with the rifts and with the defense. So, of course, when I played Karax, I had a better defense, but his main achievement is the change of strategy. So, I think he is busy doing something else. Okay, meanwhile, see, so he tries to control the area all around, if possible, and to destroy the rifts. Then, when the situation kind of stabilized, I want to go fast Tempests. They are very effective sky units when you have their special ability. So, their special ability deals heavy damage during some time and actually destroys most of the casual units. Unfortunately, these Tempests are not as crazily ranged as the casual ones, I mean the ladder ones, for example, but still they are effective enough. So, some help from my ally. As soon as I see a void rift, I try to pick it with my zealots, with my top panel, or with anything I can. Meanwhile, my ally tries to figure out what's going on here. As you can see, he did something with his upgrades, so more energy. He needs really energy. Batteries help not only his structures but my units. And here we go. So I'm planning a fast fleet beacon as soon as I'm ready to deal with it. And while I'm planning the second base, slowly but later, and as you can see now, my allies strategy started to work. So his observers all around the map highlight the places where potentially void rifts may appear, and we try to pick them as soon as possible. So either me or my ally just uses his stop panel ability, and as you can see, we get rid of them as soon as possible, not to get lost in hordes of enemies from nowhere. Okay, so fast fleet beacon from me, fast energy from my ally, and mass observers. Okay, let's go faster. So now my aim is to understand what's going on here. If possible, as you can see, I have the ultimate ability, and I know that here we will have a kind of a little problem destroying all this stuff. So if possible, I wanted to clear the first void shard using my forces only, so not using the ultimate ability, and use it somewhere else instead. As you can see, my ally goes on to highlight all the areas around the map, if possible, so that our top panel abilities clear the rifts. And while I'm trying to get all the army here and fight with the first void shard, and here we go. So while I'm fighting, another rift is here. I need to react immediately. That's why I need to warp in some zealots and get rid of this rift. So ignore the zealot, deal with the rift, and then whatever happens here, I don't care. I need to fight here now. Here the fight goes well, so again I can do something else. Now we have trouble here. The main attack goes, and I need to fix that. My ally helped with this passage and this passage, but the third passage is still blocked, so no defense at all. That's why he helps with top panel abilities. And I'm trying to collect all my army here meanwhile. And yes, the ultimate ability of Karax is really good versus units. Even with double life, so they die, they appear in the beam again and die again. And meanwhile, I used my top panel ability to clear this rift. So here we have kind of an army around. So I wanted to reduce my losses here. That's why my ultimate ability deals with the main quest, while my allies deals with the opponent's army. And finally I got the Tempests. As you can see, their special ability will be ready soon. This one, I mean. Don't forget to do it. And the map is kind of controlled, so if we can say that. My army is not so strong, but it's good enough to start fighting, to see what's going on around. And remember that if my army picks a void rift, then obviously my ally will save his mana. So let's switch to Wolfstalker. As you can see, he collected almost 200 solar energy, and that's why he feels good. So even if something goes wrong, he can help me. 200, easy. And here we go. So double rifts. Here I can deal with it because my army is near. Here the observer is near and hopefully he will highlight this rift. And here we need to do something because it's too far. So with the help of my ally we dealt with this rift. As you can see, I'm not trying to fight with the opponent's army. It's huge, it has double life. It will just destroy my little army. Instead, I'm trying to pick them here. And my ally improves his abilities, his solar energy, and stun, more damage, better healing, and so on. So now he uses his abilities, and for the rest of the enemies, my army works. And since this moment, I can actually go mass tempests because that's my main forces for this mission. As you can see, we have kind of enough time, so I'm not really impressed of what's going on. Here my ally helped a lot. So he highlighted that, okay, you need to do something, I did it. Meanwhile, we still have one place where we should go. And remember that actually my top final ability will be ready soon. But actually I don't want to waste my top final abilities, that's why I tried to do it as late as possible. Meanwhile, more rifts, it means that one of us should react. As you can see, we finished here. Once again, I need to deal with this army somehow. And once again, as you understand, I don't want to fight versus them in the field. I can lose. That's why I go here. Finally, Karax got some Kaidarian monoliths, and his defense is ready. So we are running out of time, and we are running out of resources. So we need to deal with the army and the rift at once. Here Karax used his second ability, destroying all units. Meanwhile, here I used my forces to deal with the second rift. By forces I mean the top panel ability, so see, I'll switch to myself, that's how I did. The ultimate ability, easy. 4 more rifts, immediate reaction from me and my ally. As you can see, we help each other, so 4 rifts appeared, 0 rifts alive. Why? Because observers all over the map help a lot here. Meanwhile, now as you remember, here is a huge army defending this passage. Actually, as I play Sky Protoss, I don't need to deal with this passage. Instead, I just picked enough Tempests, I have this ability, I'll show you how it works. So you just throw it, and your opponent gets damage during some time. See, so it's like debuff dealing lots of damage. Yes, the range is not quite good, but the damage I remember is like 60, so the void shards really suffer from my Tempest army. And by the way, I'm lucky that my opponent is a ground Terran, so no super strange action goes on here. Still, he has some anti-air units, and my mass Tempest with a shield feel great here. Meanwhile, attacks are defeated by my ally, his defense is strong, he has the top panel ability, and another Void Rift will be destroyed as you can see by his top panel ability. So while I'm fighting, the main quest is done and our defense is also perfectly done. I mean, not only defense, but destroying the rifts. See? That's it. Only one left. Here I'm busy fighting with Terran. Anyway, I got some damage, but it's not enough to stop my army of Tempests. And meanwhile, my ally finally finished the third wall. I need to be careful not to lose all my ground forces. Fortunately, my ally helped me to see this, and I retreated. Retreated to kill another Void Rift. So let's switch to my ally. Meanwhile, he helped a lot with clearing the map. That's why he lost some energy, but still there are 0 Void Rifts over the map. So he feels good. I feel good too because Mass Tempests dealt with every single unit around, and now I'm trying to get nearer to the position of the main enemy base. Meanwhile, we have a little problem here, so the main attack. The main attack is devastating. Let's switch to my ally. He does not have the ultimate ability, but he still has the two first abilities. So look here. I helped with the shield, the solar spear, dealing huge damage, but they have double life. So the first ability not only deals damage, but it also stuns and slows the enemies. And basically that's how he dealt with the main attack here. But there's a little problem around. So see, my ally did his job doing with our defense. I am trying to destroy void shards and all units which avoid me here on the main base. And unfortunately nobody cleared the rifts, so we did not have time and resources for that. We are focused on the main mission. So look here. Because it had some time, units spawned around and they are starting to destroy my ally. We dealt with some rifts, I mean my ally of course. Meanwhile I'm trying to deal with all the enemy forces on the main base. I use my ultimate ability to clear the central part of the base to avoid extra damage. And still some units are here. So his defense was okay, but still, as you can see, double life and lots of extra forces are destroying this barricade. And 4 more rifts. So unfortunately we don't have time and energy to deal with all of them. Actually he sees that I am near to victory. We still have 5 minutes to do whatever we like. And yes, another line of defense. Fortunately Karax is able to go cannons in no time. And now he asks if I need his ultimate ability here, or he can do the defensive ability. I decided that it's better for him to help me here, to win the mission as soon as possible. Actually, I also used my abilities, and 3-3-3 versus 1-0, no problem, Mass Tempests still work. So see, the problem is actually not I don't have minerals, I don't have gas instead. But the attack and defense are okay for this unit, they are huge, they have lots of health, so it's okay. and his ability. And while we have a little attack here, yes, it's irritating, it can destroy our main base. As you can see, lots of shards around, but the main mission is done.
You hear that, Amon? The Dominion.
So that's how we did it. Actually, this mission required some planning before being done, so one of you should be focused on destroying the void rifts appearing on the map. Maybe you both should work over it if you both have time. Someone definitely needs to defend the base from all the parts. I mean, the main approach at the central line and the approaches from the right side approach to your second base. So three actually passages should be defended. And of course, you need to plan your attack. So double life means the defense is also doubled. You need to focus the enemy structures to be in time. This mission is not very easy, I would say. But still, if your plan is good, you can deal with it. Okay, thanks for watching. Special thanks for Wolfstalker for being my ally. And see you in my next videos. Good luck to you.